Why did China invent an ancient machine gun but then ignore it? The Cho Ku No shot 20 bolts per minute, about 10 times faster than a European crossbow. One hand held the bow to your hip, which powered your other to pull the wooden lever. This one simple pumping motion loaded, shot and automatically reloaded a new bolt every second. Often it shot 2 or 3 at a time. This worked through tiny high-tech parts that continuously fed bolts from a magazine that sat on top of the crossbow. What's amazing is China invented this high-tech already in early Roman times, 1,000 years before Europe used even basic crossbows. Obsessed with complexity for its own sake, China kept adding new attack to boost its power, with one genius, Cho giving it the well-known name Cho No, westernized as Cho Ku No. But this tax expense was one reason why nobody else copied it. The Cho No's tiny metal parts took vast hours of work, as even the smallest imperfection made it useless. That's because iron was the most common metal used, and iron couldn't fully melt yet. This meant every part had to be slowly hammered, and then only achieved relatively crude shapes. We can see this problem in Rome's choice of making their iron armor of simple shapes like rectangles. However, China had an extremely developed bronze industry, and bronze, unlike iron, could fully melt and thus be simply cast into complex shapes that you only needed to carve out once. My sources you can find in my pinned comment. China could thus mass produce thousands of automatic crossbows cheap, and initially China did. Whilst today only wooden toy versions survive, there were once much heavier versions. One could be used without humans. Stuck to a wagon, it was powered by wheels and horsepower, shooting bolts with such force that the enemies were annihilated. If you enjoyed, subscribe. The Cho No may have been brought out for special occasions like naval combat or crowd control, but only if her enemies were rebel peasants without armor. For the speed and ease of the Cho No made it also weaker, unable to shoot far. Chinese armies thus preferred slower but much stronger crossbows. Yet the quick shooting Cho No stayed popular for women, especially palace women who could afford a deadly poison. Just a small drop and scratch was sufficient to kill robbers and even tigers within seconds.